Hello there, this is Space5, and welcome to our Austrian time lapse of basically us going through the game, through the ages, from the very beginning of the game to January 3rd of 1821. So we did end up going ahead, and we did do a world conquest, one tag. As you can see, we are the only tag, everyone else is missing. We did complete a hegemon. Could have honestly done either of the three. I would just click that one, because it didn't really seem to matter for the most part. We did almost get the one culture, or not one culture, one religion. Yeah, there's a little bit of India, a little bit of Japan, a little bit of Africa. Africa is probably the most, or was the one that was least converted, but overall it still wasn't bad. Yeah, definitely less than 100 provinces, so there's a couple things we could have done differently. Wow, getting tongue-tied. So this video is going to be split up in two different portions. We're going to go ahead and do a general time lapse of playing through the time, and then things that I should have done differently for that. So let's go ahead and jump into a little time lapse. I always call it timeline. Let's go ahead and go up to very fast. Alrighty. So you'll notice that there was a very quick transition to the Holy Roman Empire before we actually had conquered the entire world from our vassals. So what happened there was I actually had to form the HRE in order to actually get rid of a coalition that had formed with everyone else in the world. So in order to break that real quick, just form the HRE, and you annexed all of these princes that were not direct vassals of our own. So they could actually join the coalition because they were part of the HRE and they had a lot of AE. So we went ahead and formed the Holy Roman Empire, and we got rid of that issue. Go ahead and do a little time lapse of the Americas as they were colonized. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and jump over to part 2 of this video for things that I should have done differently to make sure that we get a one religion, and just go over this a way to speed up the world conquest and potentially resolved a lot of the issues with the coalition that was forming because we were inside the HRE and not all of the princes were underneath us at the beginning of the game, or towards the end of the game, rather, not the beginning. So what we did is, in the Let's Play series, we went through and did all of these reforms before we went ahead and went down this region into centralization. What we really should have done is taken these first 3 reforms, just so we can go ahead and jump down here into centralization. So we can get core creation cost reductions. It's a lot nicer than honestly getting a little extra money. The entire empire gets a little additional Diplo rep. That doesn't really make a difference for the election. I mean, the money's nice, but core creation costs, that saves admin points, very nice. You can actually spend all those admin points to reduce any interest that you accrued due to loans, so it makes you a little bit more versatile. The Imperial Authority growth modifier plus 0.25 is way more significant than the plus 50% you get from free cities. That this accounts to maybe 0.05. This can account for up to 0.1 Imperial Authority depending on where it is at the late game. So this is definitely would help you go down the tree much quicker. And you have it again for an additional 0.25. So these two right off the bat is going to be way significant. Let you go through the reforms way quicker. That's very important here. Mercenary cost recruitment cost reduction. We don't care about this. This made no difference to us. We didn't even have any mercs the entire playthrough. Imperial, again, another authority growth modifier, plus 0.25. Right here, that's 75% increase. We could have had 100 Imperial authority when we went ahead and we clicked right here for reject the privilegia? Yeah. Force all member states to solve disputes. No, this is to disallow. Where is it? They all become vassals. Is that right here? All members of the player realm become your direct vassals. So we had clicked this with 100 Imperial authority. Everyone would have joined. Everyone in the Empire would have joined and became our vassal instead of where we had splinter states that did not join us and actually left the HRE. Having 100 Imperial authority pretty much prevents that. So we've been much stronger. We would not have had nearly as many coalition issues, and overall would have gone a lot easier. We'd probably have done the world conquest much sooner. Not gonna say anything about conversions rate, just because for the most part, the any nation that is inside of a trade node or trade league area, we're just gonna give that to the trade league. They won't actually convert it themselves. But what I should have done is actually use the state edict right here. Enforce religion a plus 1% missionary strength. That makes a big difference over the course of the game. Yeah, 1% doesn't seem like a lot until it stacks up. You know, a nickel and dime here and there, suddenly you could pay for a car or house. You know, it makes a big difference in the end game. So I'll definitely be looking at that for if we were going to do another, or when we go ahead and do another world conquest attempt, and a one religion. Definitely is something I'm looking to have. So we'll be using that in the future. Alright, thank you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.